Hello everybody. So a little bit of history about this BMW F800GS. This is the 2014 version of this bike. Up until 2012-2013 they used to have Mersoki forks. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly. I don't know how to pronounce it. After that they switched to a brand that I know how to pronounce but I won't, because it is unfortunately very racist. And they switched to this brand, to WP43, which refers to the diameter of the stanchion. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but as this one is leaking, we're gonna change the fork seals, the dust seals, and the bushings, the upper and lower bushing. To do that, we're gonna have to take out the wheel, take out the calipers, take out the front fender, which all of this is pretty straightforward. After taking all the things from the wheel, don't let the calipers hang from the brake hose. Tie them to something else or something like that. I usually tie them with zip ties to the crash bars. As you can see, the fork, each fork arm is held in the triple clamp, the upper clamp and the lower clamp. Before taking the arm off, loosen the upper clamp, and with a 24mm wrench loosen the top cap of each arm, so that 3 or 4 threads can be seen between the arm and the top cap. Loosen the triple clamp. After that you can loosen the lower triple clamp. As you can see, they have 2 screws. Well, loosen one a bit, then the other a bit, then the other a bit, then the other a bit, until everything comes off. That was it. You took the arm off, and now let's start changing the seals.
6 months later.
We're being watched, aren't we? Kim, what do we need to change the fork seals and the bushings? Well, first we need bushings and fork seals. We're also gonna need oil. In my case, I'm gonna use 10 weight oil because I want my fork to be a little bit stiffer. Frankly, I don't see the difference between 7.5 and 10 weight, but whatever. The only specialized tool that you're gonna need is the fork seal hammer thingy that goes around your stanchion and is used as a hammer. It never hurts to have a screwdriver. This is a Torx, but you can use Allen. It's recommended to use Allen to take out the bottom screw. The 24mm wrench. As I've used the bike with a leaky fork seal, it looks like this. And I'm gonna wash it. There we go. All cleaner. So it doesn't have a gas cartridge, it doesn't have any kind of adjustment. It's just a simple oil and air fork. The first thing you have to do is take off this cap. Pour the oil that's almost non-existent in my case. Each fork stanchion takes about half a liter of oil. You see, there's a nut here, there's a 13. Well, I lost my 13mm wrench. So I had to do some improvising. I had to compress the spring so that I could fit this part of this flat wrench inside there. If you've got a 13mm wrench, you don't need to do that. You just fit it in there, and with the 24, unlock it, because it just creates pressure on the cap, and that's it. Remove the cap. You can take it off manually, and the spring is not gonna jump on you or do weird stuff. Take out the spring and take out the 13mm nut, and the plastic spacer. You can't pull it out easily, that means it still got oil inside. Take the 50mm Allen or Torx, shove it in here, put your foot here, and well, you have to press more, but I loosened it up earlier. And just take out this screw. There you go. Once the screw is out, you can take out the interior, the inside of the, even though there are some drops of oil coming out of it, it's got no more oil inside. This is the dust seal, which is supposed to come out fairly easy. This is the shittiest part of all the process. We have to take out this metal part, which is pretty, well, it came out easy. Usually it doesn't come out that easy. Use a small screwdriver and I'm gonna show you how it actually is. You see, it's got a small dent here. You insert the screwdriver between the fork arm and the dent and pull it forward and up. And that way you take it out, and that's about it. Try to apply some kinetic persuasion and you're out. And this is the stanchion with all the crap that's going on inside it. We got our disassembled fork. Let's try and see if we can put it back together again with all the new stuff. Okay, why am I doing this? I've changed the fork seals since I've had this bike about 4 times. Never changed the bushings. I decided to buy good bushings. They're SKF brand, which they come very well recommended. So I don't know. Let's see how they look compared to the old ones. They look like bushings. We've got the seals, and these are the fork seals. One for each. I usually put some electric tape here so I can make the transition a bit more smoother so it doesn't damage the lip. It does get past it a bit better. So this is the dust seal. Then we have this, and now the most important part, the oil seal, which goes like this. See? You have the part where this part fills with oil and presses on the stanchion, and this part has to be on the outside, not on the oil side. There we go. We've got the oil seal on. The metal thing that keeps the oil seal pressured, pushing like that. So we've got it assembled. The process isn't that hard up until here. If you have, there are different models of this type of tool, so every tool has its way of inserting itself, but this one you have to put the 3 things inside the arm there and just use this as a mallet. The sound of it being fully inserted. This is gonna be a bit more delicate. You have to put one side in and then push it in manually, and see, as it is left outside, you can push it into its groove until you hear the annoying click and give it a check over, and that's it. And now the dust seal. That's it. We've got the dust seal in. So as we change the seals, just put it down and insert this. Don't worry too much about positioning it, just try to engage it with the screw at the bottom. You can do it with your finger, or you can do it with the Torx wrench or the Allen wrench, which I recommend. Don't over squeeze it, but you do have to press it a bit. Also, yeah, there are some torque values. If you want to look them up and go by the book, be my guest. If you've got any doubt on which way this goes in, well, it's only one position that holds the spring in place, and that's this side up. So we take this out, we put this in like this with the smaller part up, let it drop, and we got ourselves a spring holder. Put this spacer on. We've got to fill it with oil. Some people measure the distance from the lip to the oil as a dipstick with centimeters on it. But, well, in this case, the manual says, say, 610 milliliters of oil. So we're pouring the oil. There's no more space for the oil to go. But we still have 100 milliliters left to put in. So what do we do now? Well, we let it bubble, or we pump. This oil smells great. I can tell you this. The oil smells great. So pump it a few times. And then we can put in the spring. The spring anti-slap system, or whatever you want to call it, the guide, the spring guide. Okay, so we've got the spring in. We've got this up top. Now all we have to do is, well, put the top of the fork, and we're almost done. And that's it. We've got ourselves a fork arm. Now all that's left is the other one, and we're done. That's it. See you guys on the next video.